Hello everybody. Starting a new map. I have done some stuff to set it up. I will show it off when people are ready for me to show it off and kind of explain what the main farm is like. I have bought everything that I wanted and then I zeroed out my money. I had way too much money. It would have made this game way too easy, this map way too advanced. So I have a few fields and equipment I need, and then I've been doing a couple contracts. For example, this baling one that I want to do is worth 15 grand, 11 grand, 13 grand. Getting some of the baling ones, it makes it easy to get the money right away. So that's where I'm doing baling, is right over here. The main farm is right here. The shop is right here. So I bought, well, it's actually easier maybe to show you on this one. Field 29 is grass, 10 is grass, field 9, 7, 6, and 4. 1 came with the farm. So 1 and 5 I'm probably going to put vineyards yard on it. I'll show you guys that. I might join a few of these fields eventually, but I'm not quite sure. 5 has sugar beets on it right now, and I can't afford a vineyard. Well, yeah, I could before I zeroed up my money, but like I said, that would have been way too easy. I'm going to make it a little bit hard again. 8 has cotton on it, so I don't want anything to do with that. I did the math on the cotton that I did have from the last map, and it would have taken over 48 years in-game to sell all of it, or to make all of it into fabric. 48 years. Apparently, if you do wool from the sheep, it's a lot easier than the cotton. It's faster. So I'm going to do some of that. This map actually has extra pastures. There's a sheep one over here, and then up here is another cow pasture. And then the horse pasture barn is really nice. I'll have to show that. It's separate over here. And there's some hidden fields up here to buy. Like this isn't numbered, but there's a field here you can buy. This one. Oh, no, not that one. Thought there was one more. That one here you can buy, yep. And this one could be another barn or farm if somebody wanted to join. So yeah, just randomly clicking around you can find a few extra things that are not labeled. I put up a lot of beehives, just small ones. I'll show you guys that as well. And I kept it to fields that I own. So that one's there. These kind of just a couple of small ones. I'll show you guys that. So let's take the tour. There's a couple entrances to it. This is the field that came with it. That would be a vineyard. I'm actually going to make a road right here. So you go down this road is to the shop. It's kind of like the main road. Hi, Lewis. Yes, I am. You joined just in time to get the tour, but not the tour. I sold everything in the last one. It would have taken 48 years to sell the cotton, so I didn't do all that. I bought everything I needed here, and then I zeroed out my money, and I'm kind of starting from scratch. I had 34 grand, but I've been doing a couple contracts that are worth, 10 to 15 grand, so it's been pretty easy to get that so far. So I'm gonna make this one a vineyard up front here. This is part of the cow pasture. I am going to get cows. I don't know if I'm going to get pigs. I haven't figured that out yet. There's an entrance in here to the big barn. These garages I find kind of useless. It's kind of hard to make that turn with any equipment. This is pretty cool though. They made it where you can go in here into the little closet and change your appearance that way. That was pretty cool. And then there's another entrance here to the main farm. And then you continue on, there's another entrance down there. So there's multiple ways to get into it. I bought a dog. What is his name? Xavier. There we go. So that's the same door there. Same garage here. So this is a chicken coop. This is actually pretty cool. I don't have chickens yet because I don't have feed. But they have done a really nice job. A little chicken barn here. Sure, you feed them out here. And then I'm pretty sure in the cooler here, the eggs will appear. The fridge. You have 48 years in game. It would have been insane. It wasn't even worth it for me. I was like, nope, not doing it. Hi, Michael. Yeah, that is a fantastic map. But I noticed I can't, that I can't go big equipment, right? So I have to come at the missing. Yeah. Once you buy the main farm, let's get rid of my beehives. Makes it really cluttered. So this right here includes the cows, the pigs, the sheep, the chickens. It does not include the horses. The horses are down here. Right here, I think. And then you have an extra cow pasture up here. And they have an extra sheep pasture you can buy down here somewhere. So if you want extra animals, you have to buy the other coops. But yeah, these ones are included with it, which means you know, maintenance costs and stuff at midnight will be kind of expensive. Oh, she has really high score in English class. That's awesome to hear. So these are really nice barns that are set up. The cows. I'll show you the other one from the other side. It's better from the other side. So yeah, I'm sure the eggs do this. I bought a wheel loader. It was on sale. And the used thing. I bought 2 things off of there. So that will help with all the silage and stuff. So check this one out. The gate opens, but the metal gate on the inside here swings open as well. I'm like, that is pretty cool. That's some good programming there. And then you have your milking in here. And the milk you actually get from over here. So this came with 3 silage pits. I got rid of one of them. I kind of landscaped it. I'm going to keep this to put like potatoes or sugar beets or stones. I turned stone picking on for this map. Did a couple things different. But you can't really landscape it without ruining it. The way it's done is kind of all part of this, all the blue stuff together, which includes like the main house and stuff. So you can't really sell certain items without selling it all. So I kind of went with these small beehives this time. They kind of fit in. This field I don't own yet because it has sugar beets, but it will be a vineyard as well. This barn over here, I put my honey spawn point. And then I can park a trailer in here or whatnot. Nice little spot for my honey. I put a shed here. The shed did not come in the game. It's part of the game, but wasn't placed here. So I put some of my grass equipment. I went with the forage wagon. I'll show you the hayloft. I went with the silage additive because I'm going to do silage, so that's new. A stone picker. This is a windrower that goes in the front of the tractor, and then I can windrow it with the forage wagon behind it. So we'll try that out. That's something new as well. Let me go down here. I went with the John Deere. I had to get a header trailer. It just was not working very well to go down the narrow roads without one. Put another repair place. These I left open to put like the milk trailer or the TMR machine to make that feed for the cows. Things like that are left there. I put a gas station stuff here. This is the pigs. I'm not sure, like I say, if I want to get into the pigs. We'll see. Put a couple more beehives into the fields here. I own the sunflower field there. So I placed the hayloft here. What used to be there was the same shed where grass mowing equipment was. So I just sold that and put the hayloft here. And then once I harvest the sunflowers, I'm going to make a little road to go around. Probably to the side back where there's a road that comes out. I placed a greenhouse here. Just one large one. I put a tree here. I took down a couple of trees and placed a few others. This is the sheep pasture here. Over here I have a mod where I can buy my seeds and fertilizer and lime. And that comes out of my money when I buy it. Fill it up. So the sheep pasture is really nice. Got the water there. And the other side is the front of the farm there. And we have our silos here. This is a modded trailer that will be auto load. I found another one that will do the auto loading. That's a little bit bigger than the other trailer. This, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. It's kind of narrow to get in and out. Maybe I'll put some ground crops in there instead. We'll have to kind of see what I do. And then over here, I'm using this for fertilizer and lime. I did some math and liquid fertilizer is cheaper. So I originally wanted to do a sprayer for herbicide and liquid fertilizer, but the fields are too small that the sprayer is too big and it gets caught on the trees. It was never ending. The mulcher that I had last time, this is a weeder or a hoe does weeding. That was on the used equipment page that I bought. So like I said, I couldn't do the sprayer for the weeds, so I decided to go with this, change it up a little bit. I got my planter. I went with cultivator because my other seeder here does not do cultivating. So last time I didn't do cultivating, my seeder did it. I might upgrade, so I'm doing cultivating, stone picking, weeder, a few different things this time around. And it took me a little bit, but yeah, I really like how organized I have it. It's really set up really nicely. It has a spot over here. Like I say, this was used as well. I don't know how many hours is on it. I have 32 hours on it. 37 months old. And the weeder is 8 months old. So I got that for like 31 grand instead of 50 grand or something like that. The wheel loader I got a heck of a sale as well. So this was like 114 grand, and I think I got it for like 64 grand or something like that. So it was worth it for me. I was like, I can do that. Oh, that deer just went through my building. So yeah, over here I own this field. I don't own the cotton. Not even looking at cotton. I'm kind of mad about the cotton. Maybe the patches era fix it this month. I own this. And then I own this grass field as well, which isn't ready yet. The other grass field I own is ready. So I should harvest that. It wasn't fertilized, so I'm not going to make big yield out of it, but I'm like, if I buy a grass field, you get some of the hay out of it, or grass even, the sooner I can get some sheep. So this is the grass field I own. It's really nice. It has a stream running through it. Another thing I really like about this map, that barn over there as well, there's barns spread around the map that you can use. Like the back of this building here. There's extra storage. It's just right here out in the open that you can, it's right across the main farm. So if I wanted to put like my grape harvesting equipment over here, instead of putting another shed up on my property and just go across the road, I can easily do that. I mean, like, it's really cool. There was another one over there by the grass as well. So this is actually a pretty big field, my grass to be mowed. I leased the equipment, or borrowed it. I think it was $700 and something I wouldn't get from it, but I'm like, by the time I use my equipment on this field, the maintenance costs to do this huge field, it would probably be about $700. So I'll still get $14,000 from it. So that's how I'm playing this game. I have mowing equipment, but let's use somebody else's equipment. Trying to figure out how to change the work mode. Maybe I can't. So let's select the work mode. Ah, there we go. So this one says to make it into silage bales. So it's better just to make it windrow already. They actually gave me a windrower to use, but I don't need a windrower if I just select the right setting in the lawnmower. I don't know how close I can go to that other field there. Up there. That's kind of weird, just a little bit, I can't. So yeah, I'm really excited about this map. It's very narrow roads. I had to turn traffic off right away. And I kind of like a lot of just having medium-sized equipment. This map does have collectibles on it, only 10 of them, and they're customized. They're not. They don't look the same. I won't spoil it, but if people want to find the collectibles on this map, they're actually kind of cute. I don't know if I'll find them. I have plenty of money. Maybe I'll show you guys one of them eventually. But they're really cute. No, if you, do you want a hint? The hint would be if you look up who made the mods. They have a unique name to them. That'll kind of give you a hint of what the collectible looks like. I wonder if I could set up GPS or if I've ruined this field well enough that I can't really set up GPS. I did go with GPS. I'm not sure if I want to keep it. I really like GPS, especially for fertilizing. But I just realized that I really don't have straight enough fields on this map to do it. Are you a fan of kittens? So I asked if they were kittens. I thought so, yeah. They are cute. It's the first time I've seen custom ones. I know Iron Thunder is hoping to do custom ones for our Juan's map. So it'll be really cool to know that it's possible for people to have custom ones. There's a train going past. Now this map is pretty big and not usable yet. Let's see if they will expand it eventually. But the train goes quite a ways. There's actually a tunnel that goes underneath over here. It's actually pretty cool to see the tunnel. But yeah, the train doesn't come around very often because it's on a much bigger track. I like cats, but cats aren't for me. I had a bad experience with a cat, but I have family with cats, and I will go pet them and cuddle with them and be allergic to them. But I probably will never own one. I actually raised a couple of feral cats. Had a couple litter kittens with them in the backyard. So, I like cats, they're just not for me. And I love dogs as well, but I don't know if I'll ever get one of those unless it's allergy friendly. I'm kind of the odd one that likes the odd pets like hermit crabs and bearded dragons and lizards and chinchillas and the weird odds and ends rabbits. I love rabbits. I had 3 of those growing up. Yeah, they definitely own you. Yep. The wrong mower down. Oh, I haven't heard of Leon the Lobster, but I'll have to look it up now. But yeah, I probably would be a fan. I had 3 hermit crabs. I had 1 that died and I got 2 more. But yeah, I loved having weird pets growing up. Nobody else seemed to like them besides me, though. But in my defense, that made it so nobody would ever bother me in my bedroom because they didn't want to deal with my pets. It's a win for me. One of my friends just got 2 rabbits, and that made me miss having rabbits a lot. I definitely would think about getting some, besides the fact I don't know how much longer I'll be here instead of on the road with Juan. That's the hard part about once I get an animal, it's like what to do with it if I'm not going to be here. I don't know if you were watching the other day when I was talking to Milo, I think, and I was like, I can't eat seafood because I tried it once when I had hermit crabs, and all I did was think about my hermit crabs, and I couldn't eat it. But it's been many years. Maybe I should try it again. I have a feeling I would like at least lobster. Probably would like that. I don't know about crabs. I also grew up with a fish tank. Every memory I have of that fish tank, man. I even had fish up here for a few years when I moved up here, and my parents actually brought over the fish tank when they visited me. I don't have it any longer, but I had an aquarium set up for at least like the first 25 years of my life, if not more. So I was always a fan of going to the pet stores. Exactly, yeah. I think I would be okay now. It's been, well, I moved up here in 2008, so it's been many years now. I got rid of my hermit crabs when I moved up here. I found somebody online that would adopt them. But yeah, I bet I could try it. There's actually quite a few places here for good seafood. A couple places have really good sushi as well. That would be kind of funny to put an aquarium in the machine, in the green machine. Juan never ate fish until he met me, and even then, as a joke, he'll call it chicken instead of fish. He can't like fish. He'll eat fish and then he'll be like, "No, I had chicken." He doesn't like to admit that he likes fish. Sure, Customs would absolutely have a fit though if we had an aquarium. Why does he not like fish, or why does he call it chicken? He calls it chicken because it tastes like chicken to him, at least. I guess when it's deep fried, like fish and chips. Like, kind of like deep fried chicken, I guess. If you batter it too much, it only tastes like that, right? Something fishy about that chicken. Indeed. The best fish and chips I've ever had, though, at a place in Campbell River on Vancouver Island. It's very thin batter, but absolutely amazing fish. It was actually on a marina, like tied on the building. It was on a marina. It was really cool. On the marina to have the fish and chips really fresh, really good. It was fresh halibut too. That was by far the best fish and chips I've ever had. Of course, when we went to like Newfoundland and stuff, there was fish and chips over there. Fish and chips over there that were really good as well, but not quite the same as this place. No, it wasn't beer battered. Let me see if I can do. This is called Dockside. It always takes me a minute to find what I'm looking for over here on my second monitor here. Oh, Hogan. I don't know if we shared any of these photos, but cave splunking and stuff is really fun. So, oh, they made donuts too. So that's the marina right there. I think they were just tempura. They're very thinly battered. That was really good. And then the fresh donuts I made as well. They don't show in order. Everything I want to show you is not in order. Oh, it was definitely delicious. So, that's a place. Now you can see here, barely. I guess very thinly battered. It's hard to find the right one. There's a couple of them there. But yeah, most definitely. It's an absolutely amazing place. Cookie Monster. Yeah, that was an absolutely fun vacation we had over there on the island. We stayed in Telegraph Grove. We did some cave spelunking. Found some huge leaves. Yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, back to farming. But definitely recommend that place for anybody who goes to Vancouver Island. I think they're closed Monday and Tuesdays. We thought about going there a few more times because it was just that good. Looks like that's another grass field over there too. Quite a few grass fields in here, but I think they made that so you could focus on the animal pastures right away. Oh, for sure. If you're ever on the island, just ask us where that was if you didn't take a note about what the name of it was. We did try a few more places, but that was by far the best one. In fact, I would kind of be tempted to go to the island for a vacation next week if it wasn't so darn expensive. Just to get fish and chips. Been looking at a couple different museums that we might go see. We were originally waiting to see what the border crossing news would be today, but unfortunately it's not in my advantage. So we won't be crossing the border for next week. I mean, it was still good news today for the border, but I was hoping they would lift it so I could travel again with Juan and go across the border back and forth. I think we'll stay in BC or go to Alberta. We only might be gone for a few days, but we were tempted to go to Washington. Because right now it seems like we still need a test to come back. It's just not the expensive test, but you still need to get one. See if I can get this to a map where I can see. A long way to go back and forth to the shop. I was wondering if there's a shortcut somewhere in here. It might be this back road here. Kinda hard to drive with all these trees. I would do in-cab view, but I don't know the road well enough. That won't work for me as well. I'm very bad at in-cab view. Well, that's kinda cool. I'm trying to get GPS on so it's easier when I get back. The shop's right there, over there. That's where I'm trying to get. Speaking of vacation next week, my streams for me will probably be non-existent, at least for a few days. So you can't count on me to be here next week. But the weekends, one should be still streaming, and then maybe Monday and Friday as well we'll stream. Not quite sure. Drop these off here. I don't need that windrower. I wish I could bring the baler and the wrapper at the same time. The only problem I have with some equipment is like so many pieces of it. Actually, it's a nice shortcut. Last time I took the long way down to that field and it was more complicated. There we go, back to the field. I'll do the outer row afterwards. So yeah, on the fields I bought, I have sunflowers and I have corn. They'll be ready in a few months to harvest. And the other fields, I'm just gonna plant next spring. And then I think grapes have to be planted in March. So hopefully by then I'll have enough money to do that. Hi Jeffrey, how are you? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I've tried it on like a test map just to see what it was like, but it'll be a lot of trial and error. So I only tried it, just the basics of it. I know you have to have the pruner, a special sprayer for it. You can't use a normal sprayer. And then you have to mulch and cultivate it as well. That bale is attached, there we go. And I have to save up, I think, 80 grand, I think, to buy the factory to make the raisins. Well, of course, if the cows only get milk, I think I'm gonna do some chocolate. And I don't think I'll do cake. So I won't be doing butter. I think there's another use for the milk. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to debate if I want to put straw in the barns. Because if I put straw, then I get manure. If I don't put straw, then I only get slurry. I was kind of leaning to not doing straw, but I'm afraid the slurry tanks, if they have any kind of arms on them, I'll take a look. Then it won't work on these small fields. My manure spreader might work better. Take a look here quickly. So something smaller like that might work. But getting something big like that with really long arms won't work. These fields are too small for that. Versus a mirror spreader will keep it with a disc on the back, will be easier to spread that out. I tried a few fields with a sprayer to fertilize with liquid fertilizer, and that it didn't work out very well. These fields are much too small to have that kind of equipment. Although I think when I tested it out, it was much cheaper to buy liquid fertilizer in the solid. course, if I have some extra bales from this, I can keep it for cows or I can sell it for money, depending on what I need. I don't want to make too much silage than what I'll have for cows. Because I know there's a limit to how much you can sell the biogas. So I don't plan on going crazy on the silage. Well, that also means I just realized on contracts I can't take any of them with spraying, because I don't have a sprayer. I don't think they will let me do a weeder instead. I mean, I can test it out sometime, but I don't think that would work. So you're not spraying it with herbicide for it to count. I'll have to keep that in mind that I can't do those contracts. I can still do the fertilizing one, but I can still do solid fertilizer. Oh, I did not lower the baler there. I was gonna save that side road to last, and then I picked it accidentally. I'll just do a little bit of this. Oh, that should go all the way around. Would make more sense at this moment. There used to be a small forest next to me that you could do some forestry in. I did have a few trees that I took down that were really bugged up. Thankfully they still sold, but they were definitely bugged up trees. Oh no, it's not gonna let me. I'll have to go back through and try to get. I might only be able to get some of this. Went a little bit too close to the edge of the field there. I would have to windrow it into the field to pick it all up. I should have kept that in mind when I did that. Trying to get every little bit so it doesn't lag out the game too much. Alright, back to GPS. So in the background to the left side you have the animal dealer. Should where we have to deliver the bales. Thankfully it's right close by. I looked at that before I took the contract because I'm like, this field's way down here. I'm not going to transport bales across the map. I really like the upgrades that they've done for this map. It is, yep. The only beef I have to pick with it is that the roads are small like a European map would be. But it is a European map, so it is what it is. I'm really liking how small it is just to do what I'm doing. Like, I don't have to have huge fields. Like, this is big enough field for me. I know Juan's map is going to be huge maps. Like, huge fields for Untitled. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I feel like fields that never end. And I kind of wish they had designed the main farm so some of the buildings were separate. Some of them I can't sell without selling everything. I wish they were kind of more separate with how they were placed. I don't know how they get coded together. Not a deal breaker, it just means I have to be stuck with a few of the different sheds I didn't want. Yeah, it does give that feeling when you look at least the base big map, right? It makes you feel like it's small when it's like that because you're like, oh, why isn't all this developed around it? So, I mean, like if it was zoomed in like this, you would think it was bigger. But when you see that, you're like, oh, it feels small. Some of these fields you can totally combine together and have bigger fields. I'll do that eventually. I have to keep in mind getting bigger equipment around. Ah, yes. Yep. I kind of wish I had done that as well. I know when I take my harvester in and out of the main farm, I have to be careful. That's why I got a header trailer, because if I didn't have the header trailer, the header would barely fit through the fence, like the openings and the gates. I could barely manage to do it without a header trailer. I'm like, I kind of wish I could just delete certain things. And then I like other decorations I have, but I'm like, oh, if I delete this barn or whatever, then the decorations stay there, and it looks weird. I can't delete the decoration. Certain buildings I can't delete either, for that reason. Yeah, I totally agree with that too, yep. There's totally the spot, this map over here, 180 grand, somebody can set up there. If somebody really wanted to, there's this hidden property up here for 82 grand. It's right across from a cow pasture. You could set up there if you wanted to. I haven't found any spots over here that somebody could set up. Maybe they could take any field maybe and just do that over here somewhere. But for sure you can have at least 2 farms going here, if not 3. The main farm of course comes with everything already set up, but I mean it's pretty decently sized for multiple people to be going on here. Like I say, they have all those hidden little barns around the property, the whole map too, that you can use. I'm sure there's a few I haven't discovered down here. So if it was somebody that didn't really care about having like a main farm, they could just use the extra sheds around here to store their equipment. So close to getting another bale. Let's go around and get the little tidbits and see if I can make another bale. That also will help my game not to lag out in the long run. I definitely have to say I've learned my lesson not to get into cotton. Like, it's not even worth doing that, but there's no other place to sell it. You have to sell it at the spinnery. And unless you buy multiple spinneries, you're never going to get rid of your cotton. You just can't sell it at any sell point. Hopefully the patch fixes that. There is a mod I see that came out. It's a wholesale building that you can sell it at, but I haven't tried that. No, I'm not gonna be able to look at any of that. Probably would have enough for bale if I could get this. Oh, there we go. I liked it. I think in FS17 I did that, I think, for a little bit. Cotton. And I enjoyed it then. I agree with how they had to change it for 22 to limit all production factories to be more realistic, that you just can't dump anything into it. That factories and stuff can only take a certain amount to turn it into something else. Like, I get that. But cotton seems really bugged up where, like, harvesting one field, you can't do anything with all the bales. Like, you'll be maxed out right away. You'll be stuck with cotton for 50 years and have equipment that you can't use that costs quite a bit of money. Like, you'll never get your money out of it right now with how bugged up it is. Like, the harvester itself. You know, the cheaper one's 485 grand. The more expensive one's 847,000. And that's without putting another like 40 grand into different trailers, 90 grand for that trailer. You can for the spinnery, yep. But then that costs you, how much does that cost you? $60 grand for a spinnery, plus the property to put it on, plus the maintenance cost it every day. But the spinnery takes wool and cotton. The wool apparently. Did I want to turn there? Okay, where I am. I did want to turn there. The wool apparently goes through the spinnery a lot faster than cotton. So it's cheaper to just do a lot of sheep. Some people are doing the math that 65 sheep, the amount of wool that you'll have, is perfect to keep one spinnery busy. But to keep the tailor busy, to make clothes, you have to have like 4 spinneries going. So it's quite the amount of wool you need for the tailor. But I mean, then you need 4 different spinneries going and even more sheep pens to keep that busy. Love the dust coming off the road like that. That's pretty cool. I haven't decided quite yet if I'm gonna get really into the wool production or if I'm just gonna do like 65 sheep and what it is. So then I can focus on other things. I know some people, that's all they focus on in the farm, which is fine, but I kind of want to dabble into a little bit of everything. Because I'm kind of hesitant as well of what that patch that's coming out this month will do. Oh, you bots never go away. There, no more bot. There we go. Come on. Kind of cool to watch. I do like that in 22 that the bales have to ferment to be silage for a day or a month. So you can't just go sell these right away after the contract and make good money. Or is it, there might be a bug where you can do it from contract, but if it's not a contract you can't. Go look. I think it says it's silage already. But if it's not a contract, then it's not silage already. Yeah, I don't understand the bots as well. Like, they make no sense at all. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's in the patch and the new content, and hopefully they don't bug things up more. I know there's things to fix, but sometimes they tweak it, and then I'm like, oh no, I wish they had left it. I think they have a good game going overall, though. They have been working on it. Like, is there... Unless it was first round. I'm like, is there a square baler that wraps up at the same time, or no? I wonder why that is. Like, why you can't have square ones being wrapped at the same time like the round ones. Sure, it makes the baler look a little funny, but I would like a 2-in-1 device. Yep, exactly. I know a lot of people play with that course play mod, and then you have AI that will follow you and do that. I've never tried that mod to know how easy it is to set up. I haven't tried the AI in this map to know if it's programmed very well or not. On the French map it was definitely bugged up. At least when I tried it. Oh, it doesn't like crossing the river? That would definitely be a problem in some of these. I think only a few of the fields. Looks like grass one. This one goes through that, but maybe the rest don't. This one looks like it might go around that way. I always was trying out this active worker thing here, and I was telling them to like deliver things to a place, and they just wouldn't do it. I managed to have one turn around once and then say they can't do anything, or there's no route, or it's not available to do, or something. I was like, I don't understand. Felt like I was missing something that would have made them do that. Like, I don't know if I had to drive them to a road or something. Like, if they can't do it from the middle of the field, I don't know. The new old farm is doing well. Of course, I'm not working on my own property. Oh, yeah. That makes sense because on the French map it was the north half of the map. But with delivering to the same side though on the north though, and it still wouldn't do it. But maybe since there's a river on the map, it wouldn't do it at all. I'll have to try it out a little bit more. I know, I still have the headache. I've tried everything. It's just gonna be there. Unlike most people, I can't take sinus medicine because it messes with my blood pressure. So the medicine I can take is very limited. Once in a great while I'll take medicine that I shouldn't, if it's bad enough, but then I always pay for it. So side effects to side effects for that one. I didn't think I made this many bales. Then I do have to go wrap them, and I'm like, oh man. Oh, blood. At least you can wear your glasses again, yep. I don't know what I would do if I can't wear my glasses. I definitely need them to see. We had a little bit of pink in our sky today. It's the sunset. It's kind of pretty. Wow. That would be a compromise, but probably a pretty annoying compromise in my opinion. That would be hard for me not to move them back up. Yeah, my eye issue I was talking about the other day. I have a hard time seeing without glasses because of my eye. It's kind of overcast here, like 70% overcast. Yesterday it was snowed for hours, but it melted as it hit the ground. But it definitely looks like it's gonna get colder. And back to snow at the end of the week. One more and then we have to go get the bale loader wagon. Oh no, not more leaks, you don't need that. Just that time of year, I guess. Oh, tree there. Can't read chat and drive. That's what I'm afraid of here is Brody didn't have enough snowpack here in the Okanagan. Now we're going into a little bit drier weather. Things have melted pretty quickly. I'm worried about forest fire season already. I mean, we may still get a couple more storms here that will help out. We get most of our rain here in June. So, we'll see. We definitely don't need the flooding here either, though. Those towns that got flooded out last fall are not looking forward to the spring melt. There's quite a few people that aren't in their homes still after that flood. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for spring weather, but at the same time, I understand long term what's going to happen if we don't get the moisture that we need here. Last summer was bad enough as it was. On the plus side, now that I can drive, I can go take some pretty spring photos. And the orchards are all blooming. Looking forward to that. Pretty hard to avoid those trees. Hey. Yep, pretty much. Drier spring will mean less mosquitoes too, even though we don't get really mosquitoes here in the Okanagan. If it floods, then we get them. I definitely like the pretty flowers and stuff, but with my allergies, I also don't. I get allergies season round because I'm allergic to everything. I know some people get just allergies in the spring or fall or summer. I get them every season. So for me, I don't look forward to any allergy season at all. That's one of the main reasons I told Juan I would never move to Manitoba. Mosquito season in Manitoba, Ontario. Never experienced mosquitoes until you live there. I'm full. I'm like, why wouldn't I take it? I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm full. Okay. Somewhere over here I'd deliver them. Don't know exactly where. I think this is green elevator. We don't want that. Maybe. Yeah, maybe over there. It's kind of tight space to get into. Oh look, another free shed. You can store a whole bunch of equipment over here. So somebody could have like a little mini map farm over here. Look and see how far done this contract is. 20%, wow. Yeah, I'm allergic to everything, so I'm used to it being year round. 70% done. Okay. So I'm gonna get quite a bit of bales from that from me. I'm excited about that. I'm not good at math, and like 14 bales were 70%. Wonder how many more I have to do. Wonder if I try it with 6 bales, if that'd be enough, or if I have to bring a little bit more. Make a little extra money is not too bad. Go deliver 8 of them, see if that's enough. There we go, yep, still a little bit extra. So I need to go bring all those bales back to the main farm. Find a place to store them too. I honestly don't think it's kind of worth it. I know people do it, and I'm not saying they don't need it, but for the amount of man hours it requires to do that, it gets taxing on anybody. Like, I'm not saying people shouldn't have that. Like, I get people need it, but like, saying it's just not worth it when it takes a lot of time to do each video. And now that I'm editing Juan's videos, or some of them from him, I might be doing it full time for him, but I definitely don't have time to do that either. Now, the reason why auto CC doesn't work is because of the truck noise. If Juan starts the video and talks in certain scenarios without truck noise, then auto CC kicks in. And as I've read it before, like, you have to talk within certain many seconds of starting the video for it to even try to do it. But the problem is just starting the video and trying to get it to work. It's kind of hard to do now with Cookie Monster and everything as well. Oh, 12 bales for me. What is the best way back to the main farm? Like, I know we have a viewer that would love to have CC in the videos, but yeah, YouTube just needs a better way of doing them. We do have Cookie Monster start the videos once in a while. It depends on where we can place him in the videos. Like the one I edited today, he starts the video, but maybe the ones that you can remember that have CC lately, maybe you can see if those ones start with Cookie Monster or not, and then we might have something to go off of. I guess I can look through the videos if I have time sometime and see that as well. So if he does start to work and make the CC work, then that would be something to do for sure. But if he doesn't make a difference, then he can be placed wherever. Tight corners to get through here. Oh no, I wanted to go straight. Get mixed up where the farm is and where the shop is. There we go. Straight this way. I'll try to remember to do it later, but we'll see if I remember or not. That's the question. But I'll try to remember to see if I can figure that out. I agree with you there. If it does work for that reason, then yeah. Be something easy enough to do as well. I think that won't work there. It's not gonna work on that building either. Maybe I'll just put them in here where I was gonna put loose stuff for now, then I'll move them later. Well, that would work. Nope, that wouldn't work. That's where I come out of the barn. This means if I mow my grass field and get some grass or hay, and then if I get some straw, then I can get cows pretty soon. They take a while, the cows. I'll probably move them. I don't know where. I know you missed the 2-hour mark of it. It's in the beginning of the video, the stream. The layout of this farm. There. Now I accept the contract and we make just over 14.5 grand. Not bad. I won't do another one right now, but I'll accept it to do it off stream. 42 there. That one's silage as well. Both of them are silage. So I'll do that one later for another 14 grand. So if we take a look at the cows are the only animal in game right now that has a difference. So the top 2 produce milk, and these ones are for meat. I don't think I ever streamed this map in 19. I know Juan didn't play it, so it's kind of a new map if you're not familiar with it. It's been remade over the years. So, like I played it personally last time in 19, but I didn't ever stream it. So I'm gonna go with dairy cows. You get the calves at 0. You get the 12 months, and then you get the 18 months, and then it takes 10 months to get a calf, but they have to be 18 months old to do that. It only costs $1,550 each. So the ones here are slightly different priced for meat, and those I don't know. I think people said once they're 2 years old, give or take, is the best price to sell them. Kind of tempted to get a few of them, just mix them in with the dairy cows and just see personally what it's like. That's pretty cool. And the pigs were the other one here. I don't know if I'll do pigs really. I want to just because I don't want this to be empty. So the pigs are every 4 months, so they reproduce pretty quickly. I only have 60 of them in this pen. All good. I have my own field to mow. I know you guys watch me mow, but I'll do a little bit of that. Or should I call it a stream? It's 6 o'clock anyways. I'll go bring my mowers over there. Then I'll call it a stream, so I can get some food, and then I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, hi Heidi. You're training just as I'm probably gonna get off. Sorry about the bad timing there. I don't see how you see that marker, but oh well. I bought these mowers because I knew they did the swath dropping, but I just saw that the other mowers I had for the contract did the same thing. I'm kind of tempted to go with those ones instead. Ah. I'm usually here 3 hours ahead, about 7:15 p.m. your time on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. That helps you. So just after 7, I show up. Well, this is the grass field I'm going to be mowing. Have a nice little stream through it. And the stream also goes through here to the sheep pasture. A little pond in here. So yeah. I'll mow some grass. I'll probably turn it to hay. Maybe I'll just keep it grass to feed the sheep. But the rest into silage maybe to get some cows. And then maybe buy some sheep here soon. When I stream tomorrow, you guys may see some sheep in here. But yeah. I'm sorry to call it on you, Heidi, so quickly. I know you just joined. But I need to get some food. My lunch consisted of cheese and crackers, so I definitely need to get some more food in me. I'm glad you guys could join. Hopefully you guys can join tomorrow. If not, that's okay as well. Pause on this game here. And I'll say adios. Have a good evening.